that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show. Introducing the Ballin' Bud 703 Boys Crew, Clubber D, Dirty Mojo, Shane Peach, and the Sports Professor. Welcome to Sunday Showdown. Yo, 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 what up, friends? Welcome back, Ballin' Buds, with another edition of Sunday Football Showdown, your favorite NFL and college news, game recaps, and picks in what is on a glorious Thanksgiving or pre-Thanksgiving football weekend. We had a bunch of close games and even some good overtime ones as well. As always, I am Omar, the Sports Professor Fonseca, here with the 703 Boys, Clubber D, the Combat G. You can find him on YouTube and TikTok at Clubber D. We got Shane Peacha. You can find him at Peach-O-Mania on X for all those Bears haters. And last but not least, Dirty Mojo, remaining elusive at all times. You can also locate Clubber D's YouTube and TikTok up there at the QR code. That handy QR code will take you to all of Ballin' Bud's social media. Please make sure you follow on Instagram. And as well, the most important thing is to subscribe at YouTube at Ballin' Buds, BALLANDBUDS. How's it going today, brothers? How are we doing?
Awesome, man. Good day. Good football weekend right here, man. Glad to see you guys, man.
The Commanders could not hurt me this weekend, gentlemen. They could not hurt me, so I enjoyed watching every bit of football I could today without being emotionally damaged.
What Pete said.
I mean, I can guarantee you that I am emotionally damaged from what has happened today by my team to a lowly Browns team. But we'll unfortunately have to talk about that. Anyways, all right, well, let's kick it off and jump into these games for the week. So, hey, y'all, it was a great weekend of games. We'll talk about the Thursday night game. Don't worry about that. We do have the Bills, obviously, in a loss to the Texans. I'm sure people will want to talk about why or where the Bills are on their path now. So we will start with that. It's not up here now, but just wanted to give you a glimpse of what the schedule does look like. So it was a 23-19 Texans victory. Texans at home. Texans defense immaculate here, just showing why they are one of the best defenses in the league, with 8 sacks and forcing 3 turnovers. In a 23-19, Texans win, which doesn't necessarily. The Bills are still 7-4, so they are still going to make the playoffs. Have they had a little bit of a stumble lately? Yes. Is that something that we need to be concerned about? Let's find out from the panel. Clubber D, start us off. What'd you think about this Bills loss here to the Texans?
Well, it just proves the Bills' offensive line is poo-putt garbage, and they need help on offense. I mean, Coleman, he needs to get his head on right and be able to play these games. You know, he has all that talent. Got to understand the NFL doesn't need you in your antics. So he's been sat with the last two games or whatever. He's been a healthy scratch. The offensive line, you know, they I don't know if they don't like Josh Allen or something, but every time he hiked the ball, he was going down, you know. So if they want to do anything in the next level, it's okay beating up, bums or whatever. But when you play these good teams with these good defenses, you're going to have to change something because they're not going to win with that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Bills have some issues, obviously, throughout their team. Maybe it's also a little bit of boredom. I have heard from sources that they've just, grown bored with the regular season, which I don't think is good for an NFL team, but that doesn't matter what I think. Something needs to be fixed there, Dirty Mojo. Do you have any answers for them?
I mean, that's uncalled for a team to give up 8 sacks, 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions
Oh,
by
that's my
Allen.
Raiders.
I mean, that's something that's unheard of, man. I mean, I remember back in the day, we used to hear a 4 or 5 sack game was almost like the record. Now, I mean, 8 sacks in one game. Man, that's a tough pill to swallow. I think for right now,
Mm.
for the Buffalo Bills, they just need to focus in on saying, hey, look, we're gonna be we're not gonna win a division, and I don't think they'll catch the Patriots. The Patriots' schedule is just super easy. They should
Nah,
win out.
2 games
Um,
behind. Yeah, no.
yeah, they're not going to catch them. They should focus on just continuing to try to get at least a higher spot in the wild card to have a
Mhm.
little bit of an advantage of who they might be playing. But other than that, I mean, there's really not much that you can say. It was just a poor outing from them. Somebody's got to come together and talk to those guys. You can't go out and take an L like this. I don't care what opponent it is. If it's a bad opponent, a good opponent, 8 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. That's just not good football all around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. And the fact that, Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns the week before, and now Peach comes out and has 0 touchdowns. On the other side of things, Houston Texans, after starting 0-3, here's your professor's factor, have now bounced back 5-5 and featured, as we mentioned, the league's best defense with 16.3 points per game allowed, the fewest in the league. Peach, what do you think?
Well, I think we jumped in the DeLorean, hit 88 miles an hour, and went back to Josh Allen's rookie season. He looked like rookie Josh Allen on Thursday, guys. You cannot lose that game. And bored or not, Omar, I guess they want to play their playoff football on the road because they ain't going to be playing in Buffalo with how things are going right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, you're completely right, and that's the first thing that I thought, Beach, when I heard that from the source that I talked to. I was like, well, if they're bored, all that means is they're going to end up playing games on the road. Now, if that's something that obviously maybe tickles their fancy, so to say, then hey, that's I mean, hey, do it if you can. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah. So we'll see there, but it's not much you can do about that in terms of. Houston is in the thick of the wild card hunt, but as you mentioned, Buffalo just needs to be looking for seeding at this point. They're used to cold weather games, so that doesn't matter that much. So we'll see what happens when it ends up of them actually going to the playoffs. But I think that they just need a little bit of a turnaround, and I think they'll be okay in the long run.
That turnaround may be a new coaching staff, man. If they can't get these guys going and they can't get this team to the Super Bowl, man, they need to have a hard reset for Josh Allen. That's what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, completely agree. It's witching hours, so to say, if Sean McDermott cannot turn it around there. Now, obviously, Josh Allen is safe, but anyone else there is not. So
almost like what is a Schottenheimer Chargers team back in the early 2000s. They just couldn't fucking win. They were the best team every year, and they just couldn't fucking win a playoff game. If this happens with Buffalo, man, it's the same thing. You got to look at McDermott and say, is this guy going to win in the playoffs or not?
And they had some bad luck too when they was at the Rivers towards ACL that one year and still played in the playoffs, and he was like probably the best player in the league at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a string of bad luck. I remember those Chargers teams. It's wild.
Yeah, and they got rid of him after they went 14-2 and lost because of a missed field goal. Remember that? They were 14-2 and lost in the playoffs because of a missed field goal, and they fired Schottenheimer's ass out of there.
Fiddlesticks.
Yep, and it's very possible that could happen again. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let's move it on. Other games here that we have to look at. Obviously, we're not going to get into some of these blowouts and booty juice games, as we call them. So there were some there, including, one of us on this panel here himself. So I'm going to go ahead and take my medicine first because I do want to get it out of the way. Just horrible by my Raiders. Just a terrible showing when you have Myles Garrett having, monumental days. He already has had 4 and 5 sack days, so I can't act like that's not something new for him. But they're getting 8 sacks on us. Lamar, you mentioned 8 sacks earlier. Geno Smith, I know I've maligned the offensive line for being as horrible as they are. Geno Smith, though, and your brother Clubber D talks about this all the time, how much he sucks. The problem with him is he holds on to the ball too damn long. Okay? Look, if you already have a shitty offensive line, then don't hold on to the ball because you know you have even less time. So if you're getting the rush coming at you with that 1-2 seconds to throw the ball, then just get rid of it instead of taking all the sacks, because the sacks cost lost yardage when you could just throw the ball away. And that's what's more frustrating to me in this case. But all in all, I don't really care. My team has sucked year in and year out, and I'm just waiting for eventually the time that we actually have some good people that can pick in the draft, where results will come into fruition, through drafting players in the draft instead of, consistently failing in the draft every year and having people flame out the league and just continually being 4-12. So I'm happy we have a high draft pick. Hopefully it pans out. And that's all I have to say about them bastards. Peach, we'll start with you. What do you have on my shitty team?
Well, I think they were cutting cake, going on the dance floor, doing the electric slide, because today was a sack party all game long. It was insane. Like you said, Geno holding the ball way too long. I mean, just getting hit every single play, it seemed like. It was unbelievable. And you said this game was a booty juice game. Unfortunately for you, my friend, it looks like it's going to be a booty juice draft in regards to quarterbacks. So I feel sorry for you in that regard. I feel real sorry for you in that regard. But you got to go. You need a quarterback somehow.
You're right about that.
Take them trades. Maybe a veteran comes out or something. I don't know what you're going to do, but you need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about that. We need a quarterback, and this is the wrong year to need one. But I wanted us to pick Shador last year in the second round, as I've continuously said.
Oh, that's
at this point.
That's also a trivia question that you're going to hate to hear. Who was Shador Sanders' first win against? Who was his first touchdown thrown against? Yikes, the Raiders.
Not to mention, here's your professor's fun fact and my misery for this game. The Browns had not had a 50-yard completion for a touchdown in 15 games until the Raiders let them do that shit. Fucking bastards. Dirty Mojo, do you have anything on my shitty team, as your shitty team is about to come up soon?
Yeah, mine is. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like the little trolling that you had there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew it was coming.
Yeah. 10 sacks is one of the. We just talked about it with the last game, having 8 sacks, giving up 8 sacks. You give up 10 sacks. To me, we could talk about Geno Smith holding the ball as long as he is, but why is he holding the ball that long? Because a lot of those plays are long developing plays. Why is you guys, as offensive coordinator, not calling shit the 1, 2, 3, get the ball out of his hands? You're playing probably one of the most prolific pass rushers in Myles Garrett. Why the hell are you continuing to have this guy hold the ball? Here's what's something that I want to talk about, though, which kind of sucks because, we talked about it last week with the MVP. Myles Garrett, holy shit, bro. Myles Garrett is on pace to break the single season sack record. It sucks that he's on such a bad team because he would literally be the lock for the MVP of the NFL. If he's playing on any other team doing these types of numbers, we're talking about this guy every week like we already doing, but he's getting a little bit more. It really sucks that he's on that team, man. If I were the Cleveland Browns with all the shit that they're going on, with the way his season is going, I would try to package him and send his ass somewhere else to get some picks. Because, you know what I'm saying, you're just wasting that man's talent, man. Get away from him and keep it moving. They got the shit going on with their quarterbacks, and now with him being as what he is, move on.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I would have done that this past trade deadline. But I mean, you have to at this point because you got to try to make the team better at some point. Clubber D, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's just it's sad and kind of like what Lamar said. You hike the ball, you're getting sacked. It's like playing somebody with the 85 Bears and Tecmo Bowl. And Jay Schrader's back there. You can't do nothing. You hike the ball, he's down. Why are we doing 7-step drops when it should be 1-2, get the ball out? Ashton Jeanty, I think with Ashton Jeanty, learn how to block for your teammates. You can't block for the quarterback, and his pass protection is terrible. But Russell, I think it was Bowers or Mayer, one of the tight ends had the ball there running. Jeanty's like looking around right next to him instead of blocking for him. What are you doing, bro? If you can't block, just run the other way. You know what I'm saying? Even if you guys have a high draft pick, you guys might draft a flashy player. Like I didn't agree with the Jeanty draft. There was way too many holes just to get a running back. that high is just kind of ridiculous. So you know,
especially where he came from.
Yeah,
It's just he played against tough competition.
Yeah, that Penn State game, he did well against Penn State, but it was like he was, you know, they held him to like 100 yards, if that. But I think the Raiders just need to blow it up, start over. I think with Myles Garrett, yes, but their rookie linebacker is phenomenal. I forgot his name, Schlesinger or whatever his name is, who the Browns have. That guy's gonna be defensive rookie of the year. And you know, they can still kind of build a little bit, the Browns can, but you know, it's an interesting game with two franchises that are very similar but still kind of far apart in different ways, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think what the Raiders should focus on this offseason and in the draft is they need to go after the can't miss offensive lineman. Don't worry about any other, but get that can't miss offensive lineman and maybe even double dip and go back to it in the second round. Get another premier guy, because whoever you get in there, they can't not be giving up 10 sacks, bro. That's just unfucking called for. I don't know what the sacks they've given up for the years, and if we want to give it half to the offensive play calling, to the line, and to the quarterback holding on to the ball too long, still in all, just go in there and do what the Dallas Cowboys did a few years ago when they took like their top 3 picks were all linemen, and those linemen were like amazing linemen for them for that couple years when old boy Dak Prescott was a rookie.
And Lamar, you brought up a good point. The wasting of Myles Garrett is insane, and then on the other side, they're wasting Max Crosby too. Those are two of the probably top 5 pass rushers in all of football, just being wasted away.
Well, you know what's crazy is that when this season started, before the season started, didn't Myles Garrett sign an extension with them this year? He could have been out of there.
Both of them did, I think.
Both of them did.
Yeah, he could have been traded.
Back to come in there. So he really, I doubt it's the money. He could have gone anywhere and gotten the money. I really think that he thought that the Browns were going to do something this year, and they just, but to package it up and just talk to him, say, listen, man, you know, you got a couple more years. We want to send you somewhere where you can have contend to win, and you know they can get a first round pick from him easily from any team.
Well, the thing I hate about that, it'll be Howie Roseman and the damn Eagles. I guarantee it, because they were going hard after last year.
49ers will give up the first round pick for him, won't you, Dion?
And I give them my left toenail for him. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, we got the money now since Brandon Ayuk wants to be a dick. We got
there
the
you
money.
Go. Send it to him. Give him that first round pick and fucking let's go. Let's do it.
Myles Garrett is a little older than Max Crosby, but they're both still in their prime, technically. So you can get multiple first, I would think, for both of them.
Yes.
All right, let's get some comments here before we keep it moving. Nolan Man Bionic. Wow, thank you. Shout out for tuning in. We appreciate you. Yeah, I already put you on there, Snail, but I'll put you on again just to give you the shout out from the crew. Canteen, what up, our brother? Says Jags win. I mean, the Jags are somehow just got, you know, a new team this year. We'll talk about them in a little bit and see if that actually will hold up. Says Cowboys on the ropes, 2-minute warning. Tied with Philly. Do we have a score update, anybody here?
21-21.
Still tied up.
21-21. All right, well, we'll go to you, Dirty Mojo. It's your time to take your medicine, 24-10. Sorry, take your medicine. Accept your win. Not take your medicine. I took my medicine. Accept your win. 24-10 victory over the lowly Saints. I actually picked y'all to win because I thought Kirk Cousins would want to come out on fire in his first game back. It wasn't necessarily a house of fire, but y'all still won. How did you feel about your team?
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Falcons have actually played good the last 3 games, even in the losses, but it's just they can't find that way to win. That's Raheem Morris's favorite thing to say after a loss in the last 5 weeks is that they couldn't find a way to win. Well, guess what, guys? We found the hide-and-seek champion a way to win because we found a way to win today. For them, I mean, but for me, look, I'm watching the game, and it's, you know, the Saints missed 2 field goals. At one point, you know, I hate to use the word if, you know what I'm saying, but if they had landed those 2, it changes the dynamic of what you do because the Saints had to go for it on 4th down when they really didn't need to go for it on 4th down. You know, they hit those 2 field goals. At one point, the score would have been 16-13. It changes the dynamic of the game, which they didn't. What I'm still happy of is our sacks. We had another 5-sack game. So, I mean, for the last 4 games, we have 23 sacks in the last 4 games. We did get one from both of our rookies that we drafted. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm really liking what that front 4 is doing. And had it wasn't an interception. We had a fumble return. I mean, we defensively we played well. I think in the third quarter, the third quarter, it's crazy because the Saints got the ball first. They had the ball for like 7 or 8 minutes, went for it on 4th down, and didn't get it. And the Falcons went 3 and out. The Falcons had the ball, I think, for like a minute and 10 seconds of that quarter. So it was one of those things where I'm like, holy shit, here we go. They're gonna let the Saints come back in there, and then the Saints went back down to the goal line, and they only got a field goal out of it. Which, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. But all in all, I'm happy that they won. I'm pretty sure Dion's happy that they won because if we can win out, we're not going to give the Rams the top 10 pick. So I'm cheering for us to not look like morons giving up a top 10 pick to a team that's going to probably win the division and have be one of the top teams that's going to get a great premier pick. So,
I mean, well, luckily y'all played a shitty enough team that you didn't need any offense because, like I said, it wasn't like anybody was that great on the offense. Clubberty, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was peeping the game. I'm glad they had the 4 games on for the 4 o'clock game, so I could watch all of them. And the Falcons is weird. I saw that stat, Lamar's favorite stat of Penix being, I forgot what he said, 93% whatever in the pistol, and I think that at that point of the game, 80% of the time Cousins was under center, unlike Penix, and the offense moved. It looked kind of like a regular offense. I wish Pitts would have caught the ball. Oh my God, Cowboys just missed a field goal. So I wish that Fitty, that was a replay. Sorry. I can't hear it. I'm watching my phone. It got me. It was like 52 seconds. 52 seconds left. I saw a field goal. I was like, oh, they missed. Never mind. It got me.
That's great.
But yeah, no. I think the offense just looks a little better with Cousins in there, man. I know you want Penix to do well, but I think with you guys winning this game, say if you guys get another 2 or 3 wins, that discussion when Penix is healthy, or in the offseason, do we get rid of Cousins or do we just keep him and not give Penix the start when he comes back? I
mean, that's a bunch of knee injuries now, though, so we'll have to see because do you want to keep banking on someone who's had already 2 knee injuries in college and now 2 more in the NFL? Because didn't he have the knee injury the first year?
It was no.
It was a knee
he had a
injury,
bone bruise or some shit like that earlier.
So you still don't believe he just took himself out just because it had
I don't know.
Or something?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I think that bone bruise, quote unquote, was like, oh, we're playing the Dolphins, so we should win. Let's let them sit, and then they got their ass smacked. As far as I'll tell you like this: last year they didn't know about They didn't know about Kurt being injured. This year, Mooney had a broken collarbone, and Radio Raheem hid it from the team. So we don't know what happened to
Radio Raheem is wild.
We don't know what happened to Penix when he had the bone bruise. It might have been a way for them to kind of cover or hide something up. So I'm really not understanding what's going on. I mean, it didn't look like anything to get him to tear his ACL. He fell on his knee. He didn't twist it or nothing like that. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Peach, this is what you accused the Vikings of doing with JJ McCarthy.
What do you guys say on this game? They probably still should have been doing it once we get to that game.
Man, screw him.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next. What do you got on this one?
I actually think the Atlanta Falcons defense is sneaky good. I'm starting to agree with Lamar, man. It's their coaching. The offense is just horrible. I'm pretty sure Raheem Morris orders French fries from Sonic instead of the tots. I'm pretty sure.
Not another throwback.
They're just horrible, guys.
Great.
That coaching is horrible. The play calling is horrible. You have too many offensive weapons to be this stagnant on offense, and I don't understand it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're completely right. They need a regime change, just like the Raiders, right? Yeah. We just need to internally take things apart. Like whatever y'all got going on in both of those franchises right now is clearly not working.
Both teams seem to be running like 1980s offense. When everybody else is in the future. Yeah.
Dude, the Browns were scoring touchdowns on us out of the Wildcat. Like it was Cordell fucking Stewart. And it was like 1995. I was like, why can't we stop this? Anyways, oh, God. Regardless, let's get on to some other blowouts. We had a couple blowouts here today. So we had the aforementioned Packers blowing out the Vikings 23-6. Another week. This week, Jordan Love is up, as we always talk about, right? Down, up, down. This is his up week. Also, you had the Seahawks, not a blowout, but Titans weren't expected to be much in this game. They, played well enough, but it was Seahawks dominated them most of their game. Titans came back late to lose by 6. And as well, the Ravens with a blowout over the lowly Booty Juice Jets, 23-10. Anywhere y'all want to go? Anybody want to touch on any of those 3 games?
Jets were close until Breece Hall fumbled. That game was, they were down by 10, then Breece Hall fumbled, I think on like the 2-yard line, and that kind of went its way. And McCarthy, look here, fantasy aside, me having Justin Jefferson, okay, throw him the goddamn ball, okay, or get somebody that can throw him the goddamn ball. What the hell are you doing? God, man, what? Like you hike the ball and you stare down, you're seeing ghosts. You're not going through your progressions. What, man? Just get him out of there, all right? Put Spurgeon Windman. Jesus. Spurgeon Windman. Anybody? No? Okay.
I haven't heard that name in ages. Wowzers. Is he really still in the league?
Jesus, think of this.
Oh, God, that would be crazy. All right.
I'll say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Out of the 3 teams that you talked about, the biggest win of the day was obviously the Ravens winning this game. They're now tied with the Steelers.
Dude, 4 in a row. How's that?
The pressure is on the Steelers, man. And like we said a few weeks ago, it's going to come down to that last fucking game between the Steelers and the Ravens.
I love it.
I am looking forward to it. Even though the records are lower than what we're used to between the 2 of these teams getting into the season, it's going to end up being a fun one to go, man. It's going to definitely be a fun one to go.
And before we move on, I do have Pete. Did you have anything on any of those 3 games?
Just JJ McCarthy. We all knew when he came out. I mean, Michigan. I said it last week. I'll say it again. He handed the ball off 50 times a game, barely made the throws, and how he went this high in the draft, I still don't know. And the coaching staff is in trouble there, and they're a good coaching staff. But that pick and that, like Dion said, not getting it to them receivers. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with JJ, man. He's just not good.
And we'll see. Yeah, he had that game where he came out after the injury and he had 3 touchdowns and then came back to earth. So we'll see. Maybe it was just a 1-game fluke, or maybe he'll continue to regress.
But to go with what you said, Peach, who was their quarterback last year?
Somebody
look what he's fucking doing. And for the guy that they took over, they shouldn't have drafted him that early. And look what's going on with them. So there's
Vikings
a lot of
fans are probably
going to roll over
pissed.
there as far as the GM and everything like that. There's a lot of heads that's going to roll over there in Minnesota.
And Kevin O'Connell is a hell of a coach, but
he's good.
This could screw him big time.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, they're all good points. All good points. Before we move on from the blowout and booty juice games, though, I do have to ask, because I failed to ask, and that would be bad of me journalism wise. Shedeur Sanders made his first official start. We didn't actually get to talk about that. How do we feel about how he actually looked to get today? Now, obviously, as a Raiders fan, I watched every single snap of this game. I can tell you that in his second game, he looked more comfortable. I can tell you that. I can tell you the deep ball was spinning nicely. Was he inaccurate at times? Sure, as you expect a young quarterback to be. But I know one thing. I'd much rather have his ass than Aiden Connell or Kenny Pickett or Geno Smith. What happened, Cupperty?
Cowboys just won. They just kicked field goal.
Cowboys with the win. Was it by field goal or touchdown? What is it?
Field goal. Aubrey hit it with 3 seconds left. It was.
Ooh,
they did it.
All right, there you go. So, anyways, what does anybody think about Shedeur Sanders in his first official start?
I don't want to say I was impressed, because it was a actual rookie number. His numbers were rookie numbers. You know what I'm saying? What you would expect from a rookie. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I don't think he had that many yards, probably about 200 yards, something like that around there. So, you know what I'm saying? For him, fortunately for him, it was against the Raiders, and he was able to get the ball a lot because of the turnovers and all the sacks and stuff like that. You want to say you wish they would have put more points up on the board, but he did what he needed to do. He played like a rookie's supposed to play, and I'm happy for him, because now I think he can settle in a little bit more. But here's the question, Omar: what are they going to do? Are they going to bring back Dylan Gabriel? Is he out of concussion protocol and now put him back in the lineup? That situation over there is still fucked up, and it's how it is. I would ride it out with Shador, and then hopefully, if he has something of a good season, trade him.
The way he looked today, and the way and this is always right. We all know this as sports fans. The backup, is the favorite guy in every. It's like one step away from we want the backup in. And when he's as famous as Shador Sanders is, you're just going to have more of that. And the fans were behind him. The fans were really cheering him on as he was making these plays. Yeah. Anybody else have thoughts?
But the backup doesn't have the pressure as the starter. He's the backup,
True.
right?
Got it.
And not only is he the backup, he's the third backup, really, essentially, on that team. So he can go out there and play carefree, careless, and just try to win, which I think that's what he did today. So, cheers to him. Let him stay in. Like I said, let him stay in for the rest of the season.
I would too. Yeah,
hopefully they can get some good numbers out of him and try to ship him off somewhere for a second or third round pick. That's all I got to say about it.
All right. Anyone else?
I say a week's worth of practice did him well. He looked a lot more comfortable today. And, man, let's be honest. That Browns defense is insane, and you don't need to do much as a quarterback. Just don't turn the dang ball over.
Game manager.
Game manager. Yep. They can win some games.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Shador.
Yep. So, Clubber D, your thoughts?
I have three perspectives. So for the prime sexuals, they're going to hype it up and say that he top notch, did great. He had 200 yards. Well, they're just like LeBron sexuals. He had the touchdown. He had interception, but he played well enough to win. So they're gonna size him up like he was John Elway. The prime haters are going to say that his yards are suspect because it was off a screen and what's his name did all the work. Running like 60 yards or 50 yards or however it was, and didn't wow anybody and had that interceptions. For a logical person who really doesn't go in either or, like Lamar said, it was just a rookie game. He had a game of a rookie. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't. He didn't do anything crazy good. He wasn't. He didn't run for 20, 30 yards. He didn't impress me with his pocket presence. I just thought, he just a rookie's first start. That's what it was to me. I will say next week when he plays the Niners, since we can't pass rush, we barely intercept the ball, I'm sure he'll have good stats. So I'll say that right now. He will have good stats against the Niners. And we'll probably lose that game because Schwartz owns Shanahan and it's in Cleveland. And we're playing on Monday night. It's going to be a 1:00 game come next Sunday. Niners will lose that game. Book it. Saying right now.
How's your pass blocking?
Pass blocking? What do you mean?
So because you guys are going to go up against.
Oh, our offensive line trash. No.
Okay, so
Brock Purdy's going to be running for his life. You might see Mac Jones by second half.
Well, before the Cleveland Browns, we all talk about their defense, right? We know their defense is, top one or two, depending if when you're looking at the statistics against the Houston Texans. Obviously, your professor's fact, they have only scored over 20 points one time this season. One time. This season. That's horrendous. That's just bad. You cannot do that. So, all right, cool. I want to lump one more game into here because the Bengals suck and we don't really need to go too much into it. We all knew that the Patriots were going to win this game, but Drake May, y'all, just keeps getting better and better. Here's your professor's facts for the game. Drake May is completing 72% of his passes at 8.9 yards per attempt with a 20-5 touchdown to interception ratio and over 2,800 yards in 11 games. Also, he is completing 60% of his throws under pressure and has 21 completions on 44 deep attempts with 5 touchdowns and 13 red zone TDs. So Drake May is just humming along. His Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20. Anybody have any thoughts on this game?
Another half game gamed on the Bills, gentlemen. And I've been saying Drake May, and that schedule is helping him out. They did keep Cincinnati in the game way too long, in my opinion. They should have took over, but they got stopped on the 1-yard line 3 different times, 3 different drives. They got stopped on 4 straight downs, 1 drive, had to settle for field goals twice, or else that game would have been a blowout. The Cincinnati Bengals actually had the ball at the end of the game to drive and win it. They couldn't do it, got stopped. But yeah, that game should have been a blowout. But hey, there goes the Patriots with another win. And like I've been saying for a month now, they're going to win that division.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Peach, man. Going down to the goal line and 3 times and you're not getting in there, man. That's gonna suck. You can't do that against a good team. You can't do that against a better team. You're gonna lose that game every single time. The fact that that the Cincinnati Bengals did have the ball with a chance to win without T. Higgins, who went out with a concussion, and Jamar Chase, who got on suspension, man, that sucks for those guys because who knows, what I'm saying, if those two were in there, if they could have changed the outcome of the game and stolen one against the AFC East division leader Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It was
All right.
close. It was close until that T. Higgins getting knocked out, concussion, and I want to say one hell of a pass that Flacco had that went through the arms of the Patriots defender, and their tight end caught it on that big fourth down play to try and drive to I think it was to either tie the game or get it close towards the end. But it was inevitable with when Higgins went down and not having Chase, they could do so much, So
Yeah.
But they fought hard.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay. Well, let's get into some of these close and overtime games that we had today because we had a bunch of them. So let me go ahead and bring this schedule back up for us over here. So as you can see, we do have the Steelers versus the Bears there. And now, gentlemen, this was a very close game for Clutch B's Steelers there. The Bears were able to pull it out. And again, we talked about this last week. But the Bears continually are kind of pulling it out like a la the Redskins or the Commanders, or the Chiefs last year, right? Close victories, end of game victories that maybe they shouldn't win, but they're pulling it out at the end. And we can say that the Steelers are the better team because, in my opinion, they still are. I think the Bears are fraud. If you look at their plus minus, they're only 6 points above in the score. How much they've scored to how much they've given up. So I still don't trust them completely. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about the Steelers losing this game? Clubber D, we'll start with you.
Well, I mean, Mason Rudolph did the best he could do. Unfortunately, had that tip pass at the end of the game to kind of stop their chance of tying it up. But, you can say what you want about the Bears. They put up points. Their defense is hit or miss, but they're putting up points and they're winning these close games, and it's always when the luck's going your way and you win these type of games, they're going to make the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to do damage in the playoffs, but I'm happy. I don't have nothing against Caleb, so I'm obviously happy that he's playing well, and the issue with them, I think, is just going to be their defense. They're not going to be able to hold up this luck streak until they go against a team that is very well put together, But it's good for the Bears. Just get the ball to Swift a little more, right? Fancy purposes only.
Hey, look, I'm saving Peach for last on this one because I already know I wanted to save him because I know how him and the Bears fans hate each other. But the Bears, look, for all intents and purposes, their defense leads the NFL with 22 takeaways and 15 interceptions on the season. Dirty Mojo. So low key, as the kids would say these days, the Bears defense is good and their offense is steadily catching up. What do you think?
Well, I mean, my man had 3 touchdown passes today, and 2 of those were to DJ Moore. They're finally starting to get DJ Moore involved in this offense because DJ Moore, on fantasy purposes, he's on my team, wasn't really doing much for them this year. You know what I'm saying? So they're getting him incorporated more. I like what the offense is doing as far as the team is concerned. They're very, they have different schemes. They're running different plays. It's something exciting to watch. They're a team that I think should be scared of. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the Washington Commanders, about how they stole a lot of those games. They could steal some of these games against these good teams because they're going into this game thinking like, oh, okay, the Bears have played nobody. But when it comes down to it, those games that you steal prepare you for those games when it comes down to it. If you are in that fight, if you're in that fight that you going toe to toe and it's the 12th round or whatever, how will they come out? Will they come out and will they bury their heads, or will they come out with their hands up and fight it out to the end of the game? So I like what they're doing, man. For them, from this year, last year, they can definitely do it, and they can even potentially get second, maybe even win the division. I know it's kind of hard to say and think of that based on what they were last year, but with the Lions and now with the even with the Packers, they don't really look like the teams that are like what we thought. We talked about this a few weeks ago when we said the Lions were the best team, then the Lions shit the bed. Then it was Green Bay was the best team, the Green Bay Packers shit the bed. It can come down to, because those teams right now, what they're tied across the board with all of them 8 wins, or you know what I'm saying? I think what the Packers have 7 with the tie. Man, that's going to be a fun back to the old black and blue division. That's going to be a fun division at the end of the season too.
Yes. No, I completely agree. That's going to be a great down to the wire, sort of battle it out there. I don't trust the Bears, Peach, and I assume that you don't either. But we know that might also come from some vitriol that the Bears have caused you and the consternation they've given you over the lifetime. What do you think?
I think Ben Johnson is a hell of a coach, guys. That division probably
Yes,
has
he is. Great,
that
a great
division
offensive
has
play caller.
elite coaching in that division. Caleb was good today, but he's so inconsistent sometimes. I mean, he throws them darts for touchdowns, but then he has the play where he holds the ball too long, fumbles in the end zone. Come on, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Agreed.
Missing wide open receivers. Sometimes, like I'm telling you, he looks like a top 5 guy, but then, one drive and then the other drive he doesn't. What the Bears are doing, they're learning how to win. And like you said, that defense can't stop anybody on 3 or 4 downs, but I'll be damned if they can't turn the ball over. Whether it be the old peanut punch, or I think they have 3 of the top 5 interceptors in that backfield too. So they get turnovers, man, and they need them with how close these games are. Yeah. So we'll see what happens if they don't get them later down the line. They're about to come up to their tough schedule against their division and a few other tough teams. Mason Rudolph today, guys, and they still almost won. So, like you said, they're a little bit frauds, but no, I'm not going to take it against them because they were us last year. They are us from last year. That's what they are this year, winning them close games. But like Lamar said, it teaches you how to win. Important. And if you're in a close game against a good team, you believe in yourself. They're going to believe in themselves, guys, because they know they can do it.
Yeah, and they got the Philadelphia Eagles on Thanksgiving Day. So
Friday, for Black Friday.
Black Friday. So they got Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has been taking some lumps and stuff like that, and they've been playing, up and down themselves too. So, you know what I'm saying? It'll be able for us to gauge how they are, because now we're going to see them against a, quote unquote premier team and see what they can do against them. So I'm looking forward to that game.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving in another very close game and a good game here. We did have the Giants and the Lions. So the Giants and the Lions, 34-27, went back and forth. Jameis Winston, as he is wont to do, will throw the interceptions that he's going to throw. He's going to chuck the ball down. Like, dude, I'm watching this game, and I'm just like, if it was ever like a hippie reincarnation of a football player, it would be Jameis Winston. Like, he just doesn't care. He's just happy-go-lucky. He's like, I'm just going to throw the ball down the field. I don't care if it's 10 yards within the receiver. I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna have fun and do whatever the hell I want to do. So this just cracks me up. But they gave the Lions all that they could handle. And one thing that you just mentioned, Peach, which as I picked the Lions this year to go to the Super Bowl, I've realized week in and week out as we keep moving through, is that Ben Johnson, being such a great play caller and offensive coordinator, is what the Lions are truly missing from where they were last year when they were able to go so far. So let's go ahead and start with you on this one. How did you feel about this Lions victory over the Giants?
I mean, we just talked about the Bears, which is the yin and yang of this dang Giants team, right? They can't close games out at the end. They're the total opposite. They played great the whole game. The defense looked incredible today, and they just couldn't do it. And I told you a few weeks ago when the Lions ran up the score on the Commanders, did I not say this? Who took over the play calling? Dan Campbell. I was like, he picked that game for a reason because he knew he was going to show himself. What has happened the last 2 weeks? That offense does not look the same. It was just the Commanders' defense, guys. They need a different offensive caller, and that's going to have to be something they do at the end of the season, because right now, missing Ben Johnson is showing big time.
Yeah, surely is. Dirty Mojo, your thoughts?
Listen, guys, I said this last week. The Giants are a fun, feisty team to fucking watch. I don't know who they're going to hire as their coach next year, but they are going to – I think the Giants
are going to be fun. I agree.
To fight in the NFC East next year. Remember, they're missing their three horsemen. They're missing their 3 top guys, and they're still putting up fights against teams that are supposed to be the cream of the crop, the NFL of the NFC, and the teams that they're playing. You got to. I know we just joked about Jameis Winston doing his hokey pokey and all of that fun shit, but these guys don't have shit to lose, and they're going out there and they're fucking putting guys up on the ropes. So I really like what they're doing. I can't wait to see what they do in the offseason. I can't wait to see who they hire as a coach. They can be a team to contend with, and I know we talk, this is next year or anything like that, but whoever's going to get that position in New York has a really good roster that they can go with. They got a team that they can build around. And if they can continue to keep this type of momentum that they have, they're going to be a team to look out for next year. We might be talking about them in that in your season preview next year as one of the teams that can contend to win the NFC East next year.
And oh, by the way, because they're playing hard but still losing, they're going to have a top pick to get even better.
Right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
No, and to both of your points, hit on my professor's fact for this game. Even though they're 2-9, they've blown four-quarter leads of 10+ points.
Yeah.
So if they had a better defensive coach, or just a better coach defense, then they may, they may be 6-5 instead of 2-9. Clubber D.
Yeah, I mean, Jameis, to me, it's like every year, it always happens in football. We always have that one backup that everyone loves to watch, and he is just basically that Ryan Fitzpatrick type when, you're going to get a game or two of just excitement when they play. Win, lose, or draw is going to be exciting to watch when he's in there. And also, the man even caught a touchdown today.
Yes.
Get a ball, man. He caught the ball and made it happen, But the Lions, I swear, man, Jahmyr Gibbs, him and J-Mo, if you give them 1 yard, and they can separate, they're housing it. Them dudes are so electric. They could be down, and then you give them the ball, a little bit of daylight, gone. Game changers, and that shit ain't gonna work all the time. But in the words of Jim Ross, by golly, it worked today. And the Lions, they're a feisty team, but it's just that offensive play call, like you mentioned, they got to get control of that.
I'll say this about the Giants defense too. It seems like they stop teams all day, and when their offense actually scores, the next drive they give it up real quick. It's so weird because it always happens after scores. Go look at the highlights, guys. After every score, big play happened for the Lions. It's like they can't keep a lead.
As we mentioned, their defense is not good. They rank 30th in points allowed. They're allowing 27.3 points a game. You can't do that in the NFL and have it. I mean, unless you got maybe like Joe Burrow and you're gonna outscore them like they did that one time the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. Maybe that's about it. But other than that, nah. All right, cool.
Well, look, they can do this.
Yes.
They can do this. They're gonna have a top pick. Go defensively in the draft. Go ahead and trade Jameis Winston. Go ahead and trade Jameis Winston to the Raiders. Raiders going to draft their offensive line, and then
nobody giving up picks for Jameis Winston, fool. No one is giving up picks for Jameis Winston, dog. I mean, maybe you might be able to get a 7th round pick, maybe.
Yeah, 7th
because
round
those
pick.
are throwaway. Maybe.
Why not? Why not, man? Why not?
I mean, at least it'd be more fun to watch than Geno. At least he's going to get rid of the ball before he gets sacked. It may go 20 feet over the person's head, but at least he's going to get it down the fucking field.
I guarantee you he'll feed Brock Bowers. I guarantee you he'll feed Brock Bowers.
Yep.
So,
you
guys
have 400 passing yards a game and 3 interceptions a game, but fuck it, you guys' offense will be fucking moving the ball.
Yeah. Hey, look, if it's fun, I'm okay with it, and he is fun. I'll tell you that much. Like, I would be mad as hell when the interceptions happen because even I'm like, well, there goes at least a 1 for the game if there's not going to be a second one. But if I was actually a fan of the team, I don't know, man. I might throw my hands up like, what the? Stop throwing fucking intercept. Anyways, all right, cool. Let's move it on. A couple other games here, really good games here, late, 3 of them. So we'll go with just because I want to start with, I want to do the other 2 last. Let's go with the Arizona and Jaguars game here first to start with. Jaguars is pretty much what we should be talking about here now that they're 7-4. Again, I still don't trust. I know they put up 35 last week on the Chargers. They put up 27 here. I'm still very wary about the offense. Brian Thomas Jr. just coming back from injury, but I mean, even ETN hasn't had that many. I have him on my fantasy team, so it's not like he's been blowing it out the water as in previous years. Trevor Lawrence is still Trevor Lawrence, sort of thing. So how do we feel about the Jaguars being 7-4? The Cardinals, obviously, nothing they can do there. They actually, when Jacoby Brissett got hurt today in the game, they actually put in the third stringer. I don't even remember his name now. So I guess that either means they're just not putting in Kyler Murray the rest of the season, or something is just, because they put in some dude I don't even never heard of. So anyways, all right, let's go ahead and kick this off. I forgot who I ended with last time. Who did I end with last time? Somebody help me.
Dion.
Dion, you go ahead and start us off here on this one.
I mean, it's hard to really gauge what the Jaguars are because you're going to overtime against the Cardinals. So that doesn't bode well. People saying you're a top team.
Good point.
But a win is a win in the NFL. So I'm not going to take that away from them. But I started the Jaguars defense. I thought they were going to eat today, but I should have just went with the Texans defense, who had a smorgasbord on Thursday night. I feel like the Jaguars, they aren't living up to the expectations right now. When they gave Trevor Lawrence all that money, I was like, why? He's never done anything to deserve that much money, you know. But I feel like Jaguars they're just a Jag, just another guy team. That's it.
I like that acronym.
Yeah, I mean, that is a great acronym for them. Very apropos. Dirty Mojo.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is not protecting the ball very well. 3 interceptions, a fumble on the goal line. The offense doesn't have any like. I mean, I'm gonna use Dion. They're Jags, just another guy. They don't really have a superstar on their team. You know what I'm saying? Well, Travis Hunter's not there; he's out for the year. I mean, it's just somebody that you look at and you say, I just don't trust their team.
I didn't like that pick.
Nobody did. You know what I'm saying? As far as where they took him at, I don't think that was a good pick either. But for me, it's like I said, they're just a team to not trust. Will they get into the playoffs? Who knows? Trevor Lawrence has to take better care of the football. You can't go into a game against the lowly Cardinals and have to beat them in overtime, which they both had the ball in overtime and they had to go out and do the thing to win. But I just don't like what they're doing. And being just another guy team, they just don't have somebody that's going to take over the game. That's going to say, "Hey, give me the ball." Like Dion said about the Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs going to say, "Give me the fucking ball. I'm gonna bring us down the field. And we're gonna win this fucking game." This is nobody that you're looking at that you're going to say, "Okay, yeah, this is." So I don't see them doing much. I think they'll lose again to the Colts. You know what I'm saying? Even against the Texans, you know, they'll probably lose one of those games too. I don't see them making the playoffs. They can, but nobody to look at.
Peach.
Their quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence, is too inconsistent, guys. Like you said, turning the ball over too much. 2 turnovers inside the 5-yard line. You score there, even if it's 2 field goals, you win in regulation, right, guys? They're like, I don't know. Like Dion said, they're just a guy. That's what mediocre. They are. They're not going to do nothing. If they get in, they're a first-round loss. It is what it is. That's what they are. That's what they've always been. You know. Don't worry about AEW, Tony. Both comps. Don't worry about AEW. The pay-per-view was better than last night was better than their game today.
Well, Pete, we talk about this. We've talked about this on a weekly basis here. It's all about the momentum. And even if they do make it in there, they're not the hot team. Like, who's the hot team in the AFC right now? It's probably the Ravens, right? They're the hot team that everybody's looking at. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. They're just a team that's just there. You know, they'll win. They'll lose, they'll win. They're going to get in because some team is going to upset some team, the Giants, or somebody's going to upset a team that causes them to not go to the playoffs. And, you know, that's how they're going to get in, and they're going to lose to the hot team, the Ravens or somebody like that. And it's going to be one and done. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. They're just not hot. They're going to back into the play. If they make it, they're going to back in. That's the word you want to use. They're going to back into the playoffs. That's right.
Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Kruger. It's a nightmare.
A lot of money. Can't get rid of it.
Let's go ahead and check out next game on the docket. 2 really good games there late. We had the good games that were good games late. Excuse me. Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. We'll start with that first. Yeah, I know that's why I'm going with the early one. But I mean, they were good games late, is what I meant. They went to overtime. 23-20. Chiefs over the Colts. Chiefs really needed this victory, y'all. We all know the Broncos are the top of that division by 2 games still. Chargers even 1 game over the Chiefs at 7-4. So the Chiefs really needed this to stay in not only the AFC West, which they're probably not going to win, but the AFC wild card. Colts here, they lost the game. They're still 8-3. They're still played the Chiefs team in Arrowhead, very tough. So it's not. I think this is one of those games Lamar would give us the silver lining and say, hey, you know, they played a really good team, tough on the road, lost. Maybe it's not their sort of game any given Sunday sort of thing. So with that being said, Lamar, we'll start with you. How'd you feel about this Chiefs victory?
Yeah. The Indianapolis Colts second half was trash. They did not play good football in the second half. The Chiefs played better, but here's my concern though. My concern with the Chiefs is the Chiefs are getting into the red zone and they're stalling. They're not scoring touchdowns. They're only kicking field goals. And that's not a good sign. They scored the touchdown when they needed to, and that was to put them to get them in the spot where they can tie the game up with a field goal to send it into overtime. But even still, they got the ball down to the 1 yard line. It was first and goal from the 1 or the 2, and they didn't get in the end zone with a minute to go. They had to kick the field goal to send it in overtime. That concerns me, man. You can't play that type of football, and it's been like that all year for them. These guys, if they move the ball, maybe we should pick up their kicker for fucking on fantasy, because they're going to get into the red zone, they're going to get into scoring position, and they're not going to score any touchdowns. They're going to be kicking a lot of field goals, but
I had it this week.
That's something to look into going forward. They got Dallas on Thanksgiving. You see what Dallas just did. Dallas can score a lot of points. Hopefully, the Kansas City Chiefs can score a lot of points also. But yes, this was a win for them in order to keep up with the Denver Broncos and also the Chargers. Had they lost this game, you could have all but put a fork in them and said that their season was over, because it would have been super hard for them to make it into the playoffs with the loss to the Indianapolis Colts. But they do have kind of a favorable match up coming up this week. But who knows, man? This is the NFL. Every week we've been surprised by a team. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Dallas Cowboys went in and beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they really saved their season on this one. It was their 6th attempt this season to win a 1-score game, and they finally won one. And that's after last season we talked about that they won so many of those 1-score games. So that proves kind of in sports how some years, you win some of those close games, you lose some of those close games, and that can be the thing that actually takes you in and out of the playoffs. Peach, so what did you think about this game?
I think that, like Lamar said, the Colts floundered in the second half badly. If they would have got a few first downs in the first quarter, just one stop, they would have won this game. And then in overtime, guys, I think they had a 4th and 5 at like the 50, and they decided to punt instead. It's like, man, the Chiefs are going to get a field goal. Like with Patrick Mahomes on the other side, you go for it there, I think, because they're going to get in field goal range anyways. In my opinion. You know what I mean? Go for the win there.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts weren't ready to be under the bright lights against a team like the Chiefs, and today showed it. I think they're a really good team, but man, you cannot blow that game. They were in control the whole first half, most likely, basically in control until the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, Clubber D.
Well, it's one of those things where you look at it at its coaching. Shane Steichen just didn't have any adjustments after the first half. He scripted a good 2 quarters, and then Spagnuolo took over 3rd and 4th quarter. He had no answers to that, and like Pete said, it was 4th and 4, and then it was 4th and 5, 4th and 4 in regulation, and then 4th and 5 in overtime, where they kicked the ball. I know in the 4th quarter they tried to draw them off sides, take the penalty, then kick the punt. I mean, do the punt, but you got to go for it. You know what I'm saying? This is the Chiefs. We know the pedigree of the Chiefs and how good the Chiefs have been for the last umpty years. You cannot let them have a chance, because they will score and they will win the game. So if you have their foot on the throat, you got to stop. And that's what the Colts couldn't do today. They're a good team. They just need to learn from this and build from this and make better adjustments. But they played the Chiefs good the first half. They couldn't close the deal, and Spagnuolo out-schemed them in the second half and then neutralized them.
Well, Omar, if I can take a page out of your book with the stat line, right? Look at it like this.
Please.
Jonathan Taylor only.
Yeah, you're dusted.
I'm dusted.
Freeze frame.
We can still hear you, but yeah, your picture's frozen. You can still talk. Okay. Go ahead.
So basically, Jonathan Taylor had 16 carries. I think the Chiefs had 40-something carries as a team. Like, how the fuck do you only hand the ball up to Jonathan Taylor 16 damn times? The Chiefs had 40-something carries as a team, bro. That's not good. Listen, I mean, come on, man. Give the best running back in the NFL this year the fucking football.
Hey, Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Dion, I almost wanted to say hocus pocus Alan Lagocus, like he was Jeff from Today's Special. he was a mannequin for a second there.
For the Colts, QB Daniel Jones has thrown 4 interceptions in his last 2 games after only 3 in his first 8. So that's not helping either for the Colts there. So that's your stat there. So, all right, let's move it on to the Cowboys and Eagles. So what a game this was. You heard our live reaction on air, 24-21. The Cowboys, they needed this victory, another kind of season-saving victory, because if they want anything to do with the wild card, which is still going to be very hard, they had to win this game. So they did, and they beat their rivals. The Eagles still in good shape at 8-3. I thought the Eagles played a pretty good game, to be completely honest, even though they lost the game. Their offense found what I thought was a pretty good form. A.J. Brown and Hurts had a good connection, as well as Hurts and Devontae Smith, who have had one all year long. Barkley was running hard. It seemed like the team and the offense was together this day. But, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys have a good offense too. So, offense meeting offense, it just turned out to be what it was going to be. But I don't think that necessarily is something that should be held against the Eagles per se. But, Peach says maybe he wants to hold it against the Eagles. Go right ahead, my friend. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are this proved that you didn't watch the game because they went scoreless in the second half. What offense? What offense? That's the
overall, that didn't take away from what they did in the first half.
It showed what they are, inconsistent on offense. And AJ
Mm-hmm.
Brown's
okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. Week. That's fine.
And I think that's why they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. They're good enough to, but that offense just disappears too much, man. They rely too heavy on that defense. And I think the NFC has too many good teams this year, man. You're going to have to go through the Rams or the Bucks or the Lions or the Bears or the Packers. It's not going to be as easy this year, man. And if they don't get going on offense, I think they're going to get upset in the playoffs. Now they can still win, and they're good. They're one of the best teams. Don't get me wrong. But they're not like last year.
Yeah.
No, they really are not like last year. And you're right. They did go, scoreless in the second half. But I think, again, they showed that their offense could move the ball. Even if it's just one half, they were showing consistently that they were able to get the ball, moving, as they have not been this season. Go ahead, Clemente.
They fall back into the narrative they've been arguing all year. You fed AJ Brown, and they're running a little bit, fumbling in the second half. Hurts was inconsistent. He was not making the proper reads. He was running for his life in some plays and getting sacked in crucial parts of the game in the second half. And what that's going to do is just add to whatever drama is going on that they're having internally, which is now externally, because all the talk shows and AJ Brown's been saying stuff multiple times to the public about how his feelings right now with the offense. And now there's reports saying that Hurts is kind of like a prima donna. Like, I'm getting that Denver Russell Wilson vibe for some reason. But I actually like Jalen Hurts. I think he's a good dude. But it's just the reports that are coming out about him. This loss, to me, I'm sure by tomorrow or Tuesday, we're going to hear something by some player or a beat writer about something big internal fight or something like that. So,
well, what we forgot to bring up too, gentlemen, the Eagles were up 21-0.
Yes.
21-0, guys. When does that defense or that team lose a game like that? Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen. So I agree with Dion. There might be a little feathers ruffled this week at some point. But I will say this.
I like that.
On Twitter, it'll be fun for me because I think they're going to be coming from that Bears team. Them Bears fans are going to shut the fuck up on Friday. That's what I will say.
Hey, Pete, you're absolutely right, because I was going to bring that up. You took it from me. You had said it about their offense being inconsistent and they lean on their defense too much, but their defense has been losing fucking games for them. We knew that it wasn't the Eagles' offense that was going to win the games. It's their defense. They're up 21-0. They gave up 24 unanswered points to lose this fucking game. So the question that we should be asking is, did Dallas win this game or did the Eagles lose this game? And as far as I'm concerned, it's the Eagles defense that's not putting up what they're supposed to be doing. If you said to me this last year that the Eagles had 21 points on offense and they lost the game, I'd be like, wow, damn. Their defense has been holding it down for those guys, and they have not been playing the way that they're supposed to, what we thought that they would be playing for, with knowing that the Eagles are not going to put up a lot of fucking points. They're not known for doing that. They're very, very methodical. Play little play, and what holds the Eagles in the game is the fact that they get in a lot of third and fourth and shorts, and the Philly special gives them that extra drive.
Audio is struggling over there.
Down, and then they can fucking go a little bit longer, and they're winning close games and low-scoring games. And they're not doing it anymore because I think they're scared to do the Philly special.
But my rebuttal to that is the Eagles defense didn't fumble and on their side of the field twice. They had to stop them short. They had short fields twice, man. Short fields twice that Dallas scored on. It was, like I said, just a horrible second half for the Eagles, and we'll see how they bounce back this week because they got a short week to do it.
Yep.
I think they will. You all right, Omar? over there struggling, boy. Look at you.
Lamar, the way you were skipping every word. It sounded like you had a stuttering problem.
I'm gonna get a new computer. It's my computer.
I love you so much, Lamar. That's
What
great.
you called last week,
Oh,
Max
okay.
from Dion?
Yeah, the one I did the Max Headroom last week. That's great. Oh man. All right,
I
cool.
agree with Lamar though. I agree 100% though. I agree.
It's funny. You know what's crazy? I'm talking about Dallas and stuttering like Dallas, huh?
Right, there you go.
Stupid.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Shout out. What? Shout out by huh? What?
I know. I got it.
You got Dion got it. Dion knows what I'm talking about, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the reference, so I can't laugh along with it.
Inside joke. Oh shit, I'm crying, bro. Oh, God.
All right, well,
I
shout
saw
out
him not long
Bajo.
ago. I saw him not long ago.
Oh God.
Bajo actually knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Has anyone? He says. Has anyone? He says he has hashtag Dallas stuttering. Hand that man a Bible. This is what he said. That's crazy. I feel bad for Dallas.
We'll tell you later, Omar.
Yeah, that's a good pull right there. That's a good one.
He said, let's see, what is this?
Oh shit.
All right, Bajo with the
Ooh, I got
corny
lightheaded on
jokes.
that one. I got lightheaded.
Has anyone tried playing the respective water boy for a potential Bobby Boucher turnaround? Yeah.
All right, classic Bajo form. All right, now moving on.
All right, we're gonna predict the go ahead and predict the games for you coming up. So let's go ahead and get this game tonight. Buccaneers at the Rams. Buccaneers Rams here are a 7-point favorite at home. So let's go around the horn, gentlemen. Whoever wants to go first. I don't have an order. Just go ahead.
I'll go.
24-20. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You're 24. Go. You're good.
24-21 Rams. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think I saw Godwin's back tonight too, so to get another one of their weapons back.
Mm-hmm.
Love watching Baker. He's fun to watch. He usually keeps things close, so we'll see. The Rams are a hell of a team.
That's funny that you said that. That's the exact score I have. 24-21 Rams as well. Now, gentlemen, the over-under is 50.5. Just to let you know. Clubber D or Dirty Mojo?
Yeah, I put it like this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to go to the fourth overtime game today, fellas. I couldn't tell you what the score is going to be, but I do think that the Rams will be up. Somehow Baker Mayfield will have his Baker Mayfield magic, bring them down to score to send up the game in overtime in the last minute and a half of the game. If anything, I'll keep it around with you guys, or I'll say 27-24 Rams will win the game.
Clever D.
Fourth overtime game of the day. I don't know if that's a record.
I like that.
I like that reference. What I'll do, I'll one up you. I will say 33-30 in overtime, giving it to the Bucks as Baker makes his return.
Oh, wow!
After playing in LA that one year.
Okay.
Well, they really need that because the Bucks are stumbling after 2 losses. We move into Monday night for your 49ers, Clubber D. 7-point favorite at home, 49.5 over under. What say you?
You want me to get into Ayuk stuff before I start that, or what?
You can. That's fine if you have. You want to touch on the Ayuk stuff, please do.
With the Ayuk drama being done and us going to be saving $85 million, I guess, over the next 3 years, you don't show up to practices. You don't show up to meetings and functions like that. You just want to crash out and not be on the team. I'm a big Brandon Ayuk fan. I thought he was a good player, but when you do stuff like that, why sign a contract? They could have traded you to the Steelers. They stopped that in the final hour. They could have traded you to the Patriots. They could have traded you to the Browns, but they chose not to.
Why the fuck did you sign a contract?
So why sign a contract after they could have traded your ass and you do this type of stuff? I'm usually on the side of the players getting their money because it's not my money, so I don't get mad with the play when they give players. Right. But if you act like this, I'm sorry, I can't rock with you. Keep it spade to spade. But I will say tomorrow night, I'm gonna go. Since this is in Santa Clara, I'll go Niners 24-13.
24-13. Dirty Mojo, who you got in this one?
So, yeah, just to touch on what Dion said, yeah, that's kind of fucked up what he did, man, because the 49ers could have used that
That is
money
fucked up. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get other players on the team that they wanted to go for. I remember when he was going through that, it was a lot of talk about offensive line. There was a lot of talk about pass rush and things like that. And for him to do what he did, held out, did all that shit, then they ended up keeping him and paid him all this money. I get it, he fucked his leg up, but he hasn't done anything with the team as far as coming and training, coming and rehab or anything like that. The guy's a fucking cancer. I'm glad they did what they did. Get his ass out of San Francisco. Hopefully, he doesn't come to the Atlanta Falcons. For me, as far as
he'll be with us.
As
I
far as
guarantee that.
I'm concerned with this game, had this game been in Carolina, I would have put it on Carolina. But I think that with the Rams, with my goal, with my prediction with the Rams winning, if the Rams do win tonight, the 49ers are going to have to go out there and play to keep up with the Rams and also the Seahawks in the division. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it to the 49ers. I don't think that the Panthers are going to have a game like they had again last week. I think it's going to be a pretty big game. I think the 49ers will win 28-10. I don't think the Panthers are going to keep up with them.
All right, Peach.
I think it's going to be close. The Panthers were playing good pretty much all season, 28-24 Niners. The Brendan Eich situation is so strange. Why did you sign if you didn't want to be there?
Right. That doesn't make any sense.
Nobody grabbed your hand and made you sign that contract, pal.
Kyle Shanahan stopped. They had a deal in place for him to go to the Steelers. Kyle Shanahan ran up to the front office and stopped that from happening. So
it's like you got the money you wanted. What's going on here? Like I
really didn't understand that either when I was reading it. It didn't make any sense. It's like you could have just gotten out.
Right. It's kind of like reminded me of like a Antonio Brown CTE situation or something. Something's off.
They had
like Dion said, unfortunately, he'll probably if they cut him and he becomes a free agent, he's coming here. He's best friends with Jaden.
Either that or the Raiders, but we had, it was Amari Cooper and a second round pick. They had that in place for the Browns at the time, and he didn't want to go to Cleveland. He didn't want to go to New England either. So it's like they gave you the common courtesy and asked you, hey, we're about to pull the trigger. They're going to pay you, and you go, nah, I don't want it. So I want to stay here. So nah, man.
Another funny aspect and storyline is you guys signing Gay, and that we have Moody.
Yeah.
We both hated our kickers, and we just basically flip flopped. So we're going to still hate them probably, but they're just both on our opposite.
Well, Pinheiro is hurt. That's why we had to get Gay and no Pauls. And we got Pinheiro. I think he played for the Falcons, right?
Yeah, a long time ago, right?
Then did Eddie Pinheiro?
Eddie Pinheiro. He did.
He played for the Bears too, didn't he?
Yeah, he played for the Bears.
Oh, he definitely played for the Bears. Definitely played for the Bears.
Yeah.
Did he kick for the Falcons? We had no fucking Pinheiro. We had Young Wei Koo.
No, before him.
Oh yeah.
No, before him it was Bryant.
It was Bryant? I thought he played for
Bryant.
Before.
Yeah. No. He came in. Young Wei Koo came in when Bryant was basically leaving. He was with us for 2 years. Yeah, it wasn't no fucking Panera. I don't know no Panera Bread. No. But listen, I don't think IU will go to Washington. And the reason why is because they've already got Scary Terry. I don't think they're gonna put that money out to pay him. They got other things that they got to worry about.
He'll be on prove-it deals.
But
he'll be on prove-it deals for now on. He's not getting no big money. I don't think it'll be all prove-it deals because who's going to pay him a lot of money with that? He tore all 3 ligaments in his knee, so he's not going to get top-notch money. So he's going to get a prove-it deal.
And Debo's leaving too because he's only on a 1-year deal. So I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Look who our general manager is too. One of the guys that drafted him.
If they did that, they'd be stupid. They need to focus on fixing that offensive line.
Canteen, thank you, brother. He says Rams by 10 tonight. Panthers. He has his victory tomorrow by 7. I actually agree with Peach. I do think it'll be a little closer a game, but I do have 49ers at home. Obviously, I don't think the Panthers are at that level yet, and the 49ers are coming into full health. So that's very dangerous of a squad when fully healthy. I'm going to go 26-18. A very weird score. It's just popping in my mind. I don't know why, but 26-18. 49ers.
Bryce will look pretty good because we get no pass rush. We get no pass rush.
Ooh, so maybe I should make it 26-21.
Bryce will look decent.
Bryce did have 450 yards last week, didn't he?
I'm gonna say, don't let the pass rush fool you. We had 6 sacks against him last week, and the motherfucker still threw for 400 yards. The other game before, he sits in the pocket. He gets the time to think.
Brissett put up 440 on us, okay, and the Cardinals. So I'm telling you.
Well, no, you can go change your score. That's fine.
I still think Carolina is not because before the Falcon game, I don't know the numbers. Omar, you probably have to look it up. I think they said they ran up like 4 games that Bryce Young had, and they were all like 160 yards and less.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let the 400 game yard against Atlanta fool you.
Right.
The 4 or 5 games before that, it was like 168, 150, something like that. It was no fucking. He's not gonna do that shit, bro. You guys are gonna blow him out, Dion.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And since it is Thanksgiving and we are feeling very giving and you are very grateful for our presence coming to you, bringing you all this football news, we will give you the extra 3 very quick Thanksgiving picks. Gentlemen, Chiefs versus Cowboys is the first game at 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern time. Chiefs are a 3.5, 4-point favorite on the road at Cowboys Stadium. 52.5 is the over-under. Peach, we'll start with you on this one. What do you think about this Chiefs-Cowboys game?
Cowboys smoke them 30-17.
Wow.
I don't think that Chiefs offense will not keep up with that Dallas offense. And the Dallas defense is starting to play well, guys. Nobody's talking about that, but the defense has played well the past 2 weeks. I think the Chiefs are in trouble on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
And it's in Dallas.
Blowout, too.
Let's go.
Damn, Dirty Mojo.
Hey, I'm with you, Peach, man. The Kansas City Chiefs, they cannot score in the red zone. They're kicking field goals. Like you have to keep up with the Dallas Cowboys with them scoring a lot of points. I mean, this was a huge win. It's a huge momentum pusher for them. They're going into their annual Thanksgiving Day game. They play pretty decent on Thanksgiving Day. I'm the same way. I don't think that they'll blow them out because they're the and it's a nationally televised game. But I do think the score will be like 30-23. It's going to be a win by Dallas, and I think that the Kansas City Chiefs will get that touchdown or that field goal late in the fourth quarter to make it a little closer. But it'll be the Cowboys winning.
I'm calling it now. George Pickens jumps in the big red jar that they'll have
in the kettle. Oh, of course it will be him.
Look, George Pickens
of course it will be him.
Salvation Army joint.
Before Dion gets his word off, I think that spread would have been different if it was after these last 2 games, because the Kansas City Chiefs haven't been putting up a lot of points. They haven't been playing very well, and Dallas has been putting up points. I think that spread would be a little bit different if it were after the.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at ESPN now, so that should be an updated spread, I would assume.
Is it from today's win?
It should be. It should be. I'm looking at ESPN, so it should be updated. If they're not, they need to update their shit because it's 30 minutes ago. Anyways, but it doesn't matter. I hear you, and I agree with everything you said, Lamar. You are spot on. I agree completely. Cowboys momentum, Thanksgiving Day game, Chiefs. They had a good win at home, but I just think that the Cowboys are going to win this. It's not going to be a blowout. I don't agree with that. I agree with you. Probably like a 30-24. Clubber D?
I got about, let's go 34. 34-21. I got Dallas putting a beating on them early. They're gonna score a lot of points, and because if you're just kicking field goals like they did against the Colts, and Dallas is come back scoring touchdowns, I think the Chiefs will get it together a little late, but I think Dallas is going to be an all-time high, and we're going to have to suffer because all those annoying Dallas fans are going to be like, "Oh, we beat the last 2 Super Bowl champions. We're on the way." So I think that's going to happen.
We them boys. That shit going to come back out again.
Yep.
And the other team that always plays on Thanksgiving, the Lions play the early game against the Packers at noon. Detroit has a 3-point favorite at home. 49.5 is the over/under. Clubber D, we're coming right back to you. What do you got?
This will be. I think this will be one of those Jordan Love duds. I think it'll be a dud. I think I got the Lions. Say 28-13.
Yeah, if you're going with the up-down that we've been seeing, gentlemen, right? This would be the week to be down and playing at Ford Field against a very tough Lions team. I completely agree with what Clubber D said there. Dirty Mojo, what do you got?
Yeah, this is a pretty odd game because when was the last time the Detroit Lions played a divisional opponent on Thanksgiving Day? That's a pretty interesting matchup going on. But same way, I
thought they always did. Do they not? I thought they always play divisional opponents.
They always play, but they don't play division opponents usually on Thanksgiving. Okay. They usually play like the Washington Commanders usually plays on too, but they play other teams. I don't remember the last time they played a divisional opponent on Thanksgiving Day. But yeah, I still think that the Detroit Lions are the better team in that division. Yes, that was a great point on Dion that you made about Jordan Love. Is he gonna have the up and down game? Do they bring running back Green Bay's running back
Jones?
Josh Jacobs. He should be healthy for it. He said he's not gonna miss it. He said
He's
he's
not
not
going
going
to
to
miss
miss the
that game.
Thanksgiving game.
Okay, so that puts another piece for them to potentially get one.
Sad.
I still think that this is Detroit Lions game to lose. I think they are the better team in that division. I got Detroit winning the game, and I'll put it 27-20 Detroit.
Yeah, I agree with both of what you and Clubber D said. You put those together. I got the Lions winning at home again. Similar score, like a 7 point, excuse me. But these are divisional games, so sometimes you do get that 3 point. So I could also see a 24-21 Lions victory too. But either way, Peach, I got the Lions. Who do you got?
I got the Packers winning 17-14. I think both offenses scuffled.
Wow.
But I was giggling, and I didn't want to interrupt Lamar. But dude, the Detroit Lions played the Chicago Bears last year. So
Yeah,
that whole thing you just said was wrong.
No, that's what I said. I didn't say that they don't. I just said it's weird that they don't normally play their division. So yeah, they played the Chicago Bears last year, but normally you don't really see them playing a divisional opponent.
Yeah, a lot of times.
I mean, it's weird 2 years in a row. That's cool. I mean, I get it.
But like I said, 17-14 Pack, and I agree with Dion. I think it's going to be an ugly love game, but I also think it's going to be an ugly golf game. It's going to be a really defensive battle in my mind because it's a short week too. Short weeks always lead to ugliness a lot of times.
There you go. Well, Peach, we're coming right back to you for.
But you know what? Real quick before you go, Tim. A lot of times with games like this, when it is the national televised game, when they know everybody's watching, teams tend to play a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So usually those Sunday night games, those Monday night games are more competitive. Even Thursdays are kind of more competitive because it's like you're the only team being watched at that point. So I wouldn't say it's going to be a low scoring game. So that's why I picked what I picked. But I get it. It is a divisional opponent game. It is a division game.
Cool. Late game that day is the Bengals going into Baltimore to play the Ravens. Ravens are a 7-point favorite at home. Peach, the over-under is 52.5. Who you got in this one?
I got it being really close because it should be the return of Joe Burrow. We haven't talked about that, but they held Joe Burrow out.
Yeah, you're right.
They held him out this week, I really believe, only to play the Ravens because it was a short week. They didn't want him playing on a short week, but they wanted him back in that division game. I still think the Ravens somehow hold on because the defense is playing well, but this will be another 21-17 game. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. Joe Burrow's going to be a little rusty, but I think the Ravens on offense have been rusty the last few weeks as well. Lamar doesn't look like Lamar yet. But like I said, it's a bigger game for the Ravens. They need to keep pace with the Steelers. They have to win.
What did you say?
They have to win
21-17, I think I said.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, they have to win, right? They have to keep continuing to win to be in the playoffs. And I think they will win too. I don't see any way they don't. I do agree the Joe Burrow, thing coming back does make that a little bit different. Dirty Mojo, what do you got?
Yeah, I would go with Cincinnati to cover the spread. I don't think they'll lose by 7. T. Higgins isn't going to play in this game, obviously, because of the concussion.
He did get hurt.
There's no way he's going to come back that quick. They do get Jamar Chase back, and if they do get Joe Burrow back, then you can best believe that connection for fantasy team is going to be fucking unreal. But I still don't think that they have enough firepower. I think that you're right. Lamar Jackson hasn't really been putting up gaudy numbers. Today, it was fortunate for them that King Henry did take over a little bit for them and put a couple touchdowns on the board and kept it still. I do think Cincinnati will cover. I like that score. I'll say 23-20, 23, 18, 19. It's going to be a closer game, but Cincinnati should cover that game.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's going to be somewhere around there, 20, 24, 18, something like that. Cleberty, what you got?
As Devontae Adams just scored. I think hopefully this offensive explosion with the Ravens for fantasy purposes. Lamar Jackson, do something for me, please. Joe Burrow comes back, cool, but they're kind of out of it. So it's like, I don't know why he might get hurt again. And the Ravens defense has actually been playing well lately. But I'm going to go with I'll go with a low score. Let's say 21-13.
Wow.
So you got Ravens covering?
Yeah. I don't know what's the spread. What was it?
Yeah, the spread is 7. So yeah, that's 8. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They'll get it.
He said you'll get it. All right. You're also going to get this Black Friday special coming right back to you, Clubber D. The Bears and the Eagles in a huge 8-win, 3-loss teams going up against each other. Philadelphia is a 6.5 favorite at home. 44.5 is the over/under. Who you got?
I got the Bears give me 35 to.
Interesting.
35-17. I think this is going to help the implode of the Eagles. it's going to be implement because
cannolis.
Bears can put up points. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles defense has been letting them down. And I feel with this loss, it's going to be a lot of finger pointing and things of that nature all week. And it's a short week, and they're going to play on Friday, so this is going to add to it. So yeah, it's going to be them going down and Cowboys going up in that division at the moment.
There you go, Dirty Mojo.
Oof, man. I do like how the Bears are playing football, man. This is a tough one to go on. Man, you want to pick the Bears because of the likeliness, right? You want to say, "Oh man, I like the Bears. We hate the Eagles. We want them to win." But it's just a part of me from what we've talked about earlier, from what Peach said, from what Dion said about, the Bears, they're just barely winning it. I think the Philadelphia Eagles get on track. That was a huge loss today for them to give up 24 unanswered. I don't think that the Bears will they'll do that against the Bears. Oh man, is this game in Philly or in Chicago?
It's in Philly.
It's in Philly? Yeah, man. Give me Philadelphia to win this game. But I think it'll be a higher scoring game because the Bears defense isn't very that good. So let's go 30-28.
Yeah, they get intercept the ball a lot.
Yeah, they do. They turn the ball over a lot.
Bluebirds will be out in Philly. They boo their own kind.
Yeah, but Philly throws the ball 6 times a game. So you know what I'm saying? That's not concerning for me. They're going to push the ball in and they'll score. I like 30-28 Philadelphia winning.
Yeah, and even while Cupboard, you mentioned earlier Jalen Hurts being under duress a lot of the time, he was also having some really good runs as well. So he was able to escape the pocket, which bodes well for them. I got to take the Eagles at home. I would agree with you, Dirty Mojo. I think that they really needed this victory. They should have had this victory, at least not needed it, but should have had it against the Cowboys. And now they need this victory against the Bears. Peach, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a blowout, gentlemen. 33-17. Friday is going to be the day where Caleb Williams is going to show he holds the ball too long, and that linebacking core and those defensive tackles are going to get after him, and they ain't going to miss. And they're pissed off after today's loss to the Cowboys. I just think they're not ready for a team like Philly yet. I hope they win because I hate Philly. I'm not going to lie. I know I argue with the Bears fans, but I don't cheer against them when they're playing a division rival. Right. But I just think Philly's going to be too big of a match for them this week, especially, like I said, with the inconsistencies of Caleb. I just think that defense is going to get after him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. No, I think that you got that head on. And everybody, we really appreciate you tuning in today. Thank you for tuning into Sunday Football Showdown, your favorite NFL college we didn't get to today, but don't worry, there wasn't too much you didn't miss. A lot of the big time programs played, shitty lower schools. The only thing of note was Oregon beating USC to stay up there. So we'll get into college football next week.
It is
good rivalry
coming up.
Yes, very, very important. So we'll update you with all of that next week. Again, please make sure you subscribe to Ball Buds, BALLAND BUDS on YouTube. There's a handy QR code up there at the top that will take you to all of our social medias. But again, let's go around the horn. Everybody give your sign-offs. Thanksgiving coming up. What we thinking, Clubber D?
Hey, shout out to Woodbridge High School. Woodbridge Vikings. They're going against North Stafford for the regional championships on Sunday, 1:00 in North Stafford. Hopefully they can get that title.
On Sunday?
Other than that,
on Sunday?
Saturday, 1:00. Saturday, 1:00. Other than that, shout out to my homeboy Glenn, Auto Game Detailing. The man's just turned the big 4-0. We celebrated that last night. And check me out, Clubber D at YouTube or on YouTube, whatever.
There you go. Dirty Mojo.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my brothers right here and everybody that's been watching. I'm thankful for you guys, man. I love you guys, man. I wish I could be having Thanksgiving dinner with you guys. Look forward to, again, another week. I do want to give a shout out to Bayside High School. Bayside High School lost their head coach, John White. He passed away on Sunday. He passed away last Sunday. After their loss in the playoffs on Friday, he passed away the next 2 days later. So big shout out to Bayside High School out here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. He had been part of that program for about 15 years. He actually played for Bayside High School, as a player, and he became a coach there. A good leader of men, good overall individual. Hey guys, we know it as getting older. He's young guy in his mid 40s. We know it, man. Guys, go get yourself checked out.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Go get that checkup. Make sure that you're good because you know what I'm saying, we're all family men here. The last thing we want to do is leave our family behind or something that we could have possibly been prevented. So go get checked up, go get healthy. Let's live a better, healthy life, and let's make it another 30, 40 years, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, may his memory be a blessing. And yeah, we losing a lot of people young these days. I've been noticing a lot of people dying around our age nowadays. So it's kind of crazy. But Peach, what you got for the people?
I want to kind of go off what Lamar just said, and I want to speak for all of us because I know we all are going to think the same way. I want to send my condolences. Well, not condolences. I don't want to say condolences. I want to send our prayers to our real good friend Jimmy and his fiance Tanea. She announced that she's going through cancer right now. Very sad thing. She seems, down and out right now, but she's going to fight this and beat this thing. And Jimmy and Tanea, we love you guys, man. And you're going to get through this and everything's going to be okay at the end of the day. And if you need anything, all of us are here for you. So I just wanted to say that to end today's show.
I'm praying for you, Jim.
Sure.
And your girl.
Yeah, no, he speaks for all of us. We're praying for you. We love you. Tanea, we all got your back. You got this. You're a fighter. You're going to beat it. No doubt about it. I want everybody to stay safe and be blessed on this wonderful holiday season, Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Some people don't have anyone to be with during the holiday season. So, just be kind to other people that, may just need a smile or a hello. Being said, we'll be getting out of here. We're going to see you next week for Sunday Showdown. Again, make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds. We are going to have a boxing show on Millions. I'm thinking Tuesday. Hopefully Clubber D and I will be there on Tuesday. And then also I'm thinking of a Friendsgiving show. I was trying to get together, but a lot of people schedules are all messed up. So I was thinking Friday. We'll talk about it, Lamar and Pete.
I can't do Friday. I know that.
Well, maybe Wednesday. I don't know. I'll throw something out. Everybody's schedules are all jacked up. It's the holidays. Maybe we'll do it next week. Either way, we love you. Subscribe to Ball and Buds. Tap in with everybody else here. And until next week, holla.
Go Dogs.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist. Yo, I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing the Ball and Buds 703 Boys Crew, Clubber D, Dirty Mojo, Shane Peach, and the Sports Professor. Welcome to Sunday Showdown.